Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the Beatles, Now and Then, the last Beatles song. This is a documentary. It's 12 minutes long. It just came out a few weeks ago. It's 2023. So I did this and the music video yesterday, basically because I didn't want to be in a situation where this would randomly come up separately many years down the line, and it would be kind of irrelevant because this is sort of capturing a moment in time that it's kind of a big deal in music, that the Beatles, the most iconic, legendary band in rock history, has released another song, even though two of the members are gone, and yet everybody's performing on the record, the song, the single called Now and Then. It's actually, I'm going to spoil some things for you here as we discover in the thing, discover in the documentary, just only because you definitely want to hear it in their own words, but just going to tell you one of the things that a lot of people were concerned with especially with the explosion of AI and everything else, especially in the last year or so, that, they just created a fake John Lennon and threw him in there. No, it's not the case. With the help of Peter Jackson and his team who did the Get Back documentary series, they found that they had the technology to pull out John's voice from a cassette tape recording that he had done, obviously, back in the 80s, back before he died. So this story actually starts not just after he passed, and not just in 2022. It actually happened somewhere around in the mid 90s, 94, 95, when George Harrison was still around, and they asked, I guess they talked to Yoko Ono, John's widow, that hey, does John have any music laying around? They were recording something else, and I forget what that song. It's they released something back then when George was still with them, and they're like, oh well, here's the song, but they never got around to finishing Now and Then, mainly because they couldn't get some of the piano that John was playing while singing pulled out of the song, or at least separated to clear up his voice. The technology today, it's miles ahead, almost 30 years later, miles ahead of what was possible back then, analog and everything else. So that led Paul and Ringo to say, hey, you know what? Let's give this another run after seeing the Get Back documentary that Peter Jackson put together. And John's voice came out clear as day. And not just John's voice, but also when they were fiddling around back in the 90s to create the song that they just never finished. They just put it on a shelf. They had some of the guitar part, slide guitar part from George Harrison, and then expanded upon that in the song. So, yeah, this is an actual Beatles song with actual music and vocals performed by the actual members, even after their death. It is not a fully manufactured John Lennon or George Harrison. So, you can call it a Beatles record without fear of bowing to the AI or overlords. So, I say definitely check this out if you watch the Get Back documentary. This is sort of like an addendum. This is sort of like a extended after credits bonus scene for the next generation of the Beatles story. So it includes interview footage with with Paul and Ringo and Sean Lennon, the son of John Lennon, and Peter Jackson as well. So directed by Oliver Murray. So I just say definitely check it out. This is a must for any Beatles fan. I don't really need to convince a Beatles fan to watch this. Again, I realize some of you might find it sacrilege to even consider that the Beatles would try to make a song without everybody in the room, but that's not even how music was made back in the day. Everybody recorded their own tracks separately, and just a matter of decades between each of these tracks this time around. So Let's pick. Oh, I forgot. This thing is so touchy. Ah, dang. I had to delete the search tool again, the randomizer, because it kept crashing on me. I think I need to get a new, this is like an old iPad mini, so I need to get I should put a Patreon so everybody can, yeah, whatever. We're going to pick tomorrow's episode. 39. Oh, I didn't turn on the voices. Dang it. Auto speak number. It's 39. Yeah, this thing is really touchy. Oh my, we're going from one classic to another, but this is it's a kid's film, but it's fairly dark. Just the titles is dark. It is. We're going to be watching a movie called Benji the Hunted. I mean, yeah, that's kind of dark. Benji, somebody's hunting the little dog. What's going on? Benji the Hunted is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow.